Hi, welcome, Mr. Daniel. Nice to have you
Thank
in
you.
this discussion
Welcome.
again after a while.
Yeah.
Today we'll be discuss. I want to discuss about the delays in projects. Sometimes I really get disillusioned also because past 20 years we are hearing about time delays, cost delays, and scope creep. Despite having innovations in methodologies and technologies, still we are struggling with the same thing. Projects are getting delayed, cost margins are, profitability is low, scope creep is again a major issue, with projects, and most of the teams are still reactive. Only after the problems they get to know that there is a problem. So these are major challenges even after all these innovations with respect to tools and technologies and terminologies and methodologies. Uh, and I'm sure that okay, you have helped organizations, several organizations, to get out of these known issues with respect to schedule and cost and scope. Uh, so, uh, why this is happening in the first place? Because everybody has a scheduling application, everybody has ERP systems, everybody has earn value management. At least conceptually they all know these things, or at least on an Excel sheet they are doing all these things. Why this delays? What are the root causes contributing to these issues?
So I would like to address this based on two primary issues. Okay. One is we all have scheduling tools where you make our work breakdown structures. We have our schedules, we have our interdependencies, and all that defined. Now, when you define that, you break it down from a project to a package to the deliverable, to a certain level. So after a certain point, you stop, and then the execution you don't go right up to the execution level. So which means the first reason is you don't have an integrated schedule which starts from the start of the project schedule right up to an activity of what daily activity has to happen. Now you don't get to that level because it becomes very complex, and it becomes too big a schedule to manage. Now because of that, when a delay happens in an activity, if something is not done and not happened, I'm not able to roll up this and see the impact of that at the project level. It's very complex unless you meticulously do this on a regular basis, and a project manager finds it very difficult to do that. So invariably what you do is, when you're going for a review meeting, that is a time you capture the status, and then you start taking the cumulative information and start updating on your project schedule, and then you see that it's delayed by so many, then you become reactive to that delay. Many a time if the delay is too much, then you have no choice but to extend the project schedule by end date. Sometimes what you do is you make a catch-up plan where you say, okay, I can put more resources, etc., and then I try to catch up. If it goes beyond that, the project gets delayed. So the fundamental reason is you don't have a integrated schedule. So when I say integrated schedule, as an owner you have a schedule, you have a contractor schedule, you have a consultant schedule. All these schedules should dovetail itself so that you are able to track things at the activity level and see the impact. So you need to have a roll down schedule and a roll up schedule so that you are able to have an integrated schedule. And when delay happens, you are able to immediately react without having to manually update anything, and then take preventive actions or corrective actions immediately, instead of doing that on a monthly review or a fortnightly review. Number one. Number two issue is, we all have learned a lot about earned value, but it is extremely difficult to implement earned value on an Excel sheet, because you need to define weightages for every, right from a project to the different packages to the deliverables to the activity. You need to keep defining it. Otherwise what happens is, you ask a person how much percentage of work is over, he'll tell you what he thinks is a percentage, and based on that you assume and keep doing. And because of that, what happens is, you reach 80% of work very fast, and then to finish this 20% work, you will take 80% time.
That is a Murphy's. No?
Yeah, so that is what in reality, because everybody wants to keep his boss happy, so he keeps telling things are going good, so you keep defining weightages, communicating the progress according to that. So to prevent that, you need to have a proper definition of the weightages, and you should be defining it in the system so that you can break down, roll down the weightages right to the bottom. So if the progress of the activity is not happened by a certain date, and when you're seeing it on your S curve, you know that, okay, I should have been at 50%, now I'm only at 30%. Now I need to immediately know that will I be able to complete the remaining activity, which is 70% of the work, in the remaining 50% time or not. If not, I should take necessary corrective action by putting additional resources, probably working late or whatever, so that without shifting my end date, I still able to complete the work. So this forecasting has to happen, and I should be able to republish it to the team down the line and say, now you have an aggressive schedule now because I've crashed the schedule, or you need to complete this work. This is a continuous activity. It's not a one-time activity. And also, when it is earned value, I may have activities happening on a daily basis. So a weekly report will not make sense. So I need to know the status as on that date. So hence what happens is, it's not practical for people to keep doing their job and entering what they're doing. So the system has to capture what actually happened, so that it's not adding additional work to the people who are doing this job. So if you have an integrated system where you have all your definitions and weightages defined there, and if you're able to capture the actuals, you can be very proactive, and also the system can send notifications in case things are going out of hand, and you can monitor your S curve and get your job. And exactly like watching your when you're chasing a cricket game, how you chase your run by run, you can see what is the run rate you need to change, and based on that you can get to the final deadline by the desired time. So if you implement an integrated schedule right up to the bottom, and if you have a proper definition of weightages which can be rolled down and rolled up in terms of progress, if you adopt these two things, you will be able to get your project on time and budget.
So you're talking about an active schedule than a passive schedule.
Absolutely.
So you'll have a schedule beyond the level 5 schedule.
Right up to the activity.
Right up to the activities. And work allocation will happen from the activities.
Absolutely.
To the schedule.
Correct.
Status gets updated automatically.
Correct.
And it becomes a very easy process to see the status.
Correct.
So it is not an add-on process.
Correct.
It is inbuilt into the whole.
Absolutely.
schedule.
Absolutely.
So that makes it very easy for all the stakeholders.